Early downtown Eureka Springs was constructed of hastily built wooden structures situated right next to each other. Wood and coal were the sources of heat and fuel, so fire was a common disaster. Early fires were battled by citizens and volunteer fire brigades. Getting water to the site was a serious problem until the 1890s, when a city reservoir was built on the west side of town with a large water tower for storage. This tower stands on U.S. Highway 62 and is still used today. But the four great fires were fought without this resource. The 1888 fire and the 1890 fire took their toll on downtown. Almost all of the wooden buildings were destroyed by the Great Fire of 1888, so the current buildings on this part of Spring Street were almost all built between 1890 and 1900, but some have burned twice. The Hancock House, 37 to 41 Spring Street, was a typical early lodging lost in the 1888 fire. It was replaced and is the last of the large business blocks constructed after that fire. Unfortunately, it too burned in 1958. The remains stood as a burned-out shell until the Galleria Mall was constructed. The two buildings at 45 to 47 Spring date from the 1970s. After wooden structures burned in 1888, they were replaced in 1900 with a beautiful limestone structure, the Ellis Rosewater Building. The night it burned in 1931 was doubly sad for Eureka Springs, for the town not only lost a beautiful building, but also one of the owners, Dr. Ellis, who was so upset that he had a heart attack and died. One of the stone lions from the original building has been reused in the current replacement. One of the first stone and brick structures built after 1888 was 67 Spring Street. This landmark was originally 3 stories. Known as the Butt Block after its owner, F.O. Butt, the top floors burned in 1945, dramatically changing its appearance. In the 1950s, it was painted white and embellished in wrought iron to give it a fresh, modern look. Most of Spring Street, which was built after the fire, has survived with the building facades little changed since the 1890s. Where the street takes a sharp curve is known as Pendergrass Corner, named for the Pendergrass drugstore located across the street in the Wadsworth Floyd building for over half a century. To the south of the corner is the New Orleans Hotel, formerly known as the All Red, the Wadsworth, and the Springs. It was built around 1902 and sported a popular gentleman's bar before Prohibition. Next door, the Bloxham Building still bears evidence of one of its businesses in the ghost signs by the stairs. This was once a matching double storefront. One side was slip-covered in the 1970s, but originally it matched the other side. Next is the Clark and Clock Block, built in 1889 as a real estate and insurance business after the fire of 1888 and enlarged in 1900. The Masonic Lodge Hall relocated upstairs. Intricate tile work marks this as the original location of the Bank of Eureka Springs until 1946. Then it was adapted to other businesses, such as the sleek Mayflower Donut Shop. Across the street is the Z.P. Freeman Block. Built in 1892, the stores here, like on other blocks, offered a variety of services. For example, in 1914, the first shop on the block was vacant, the second one was a restaurant, then a tailor, plumbing store, and grocery. The brick and limestone building on the east end at 80 Spring was built in 1980.